So I have it divided up. This is a more open place for taking photographs, setting up things. I have storage here. I have a cutting and work table here. I have a work table here. And then my main workspace is over here. On this half of the table is where I've been doing cold wax. And cold wax uses a medium like this and oil paint. And so I have a box of oil paints over here, and then some various tools for scraping and stencils, a whole bunch of stencils over here that I've used, scissors and tape for masking, a plexiglass for spreading the paint and rolling out on. I use gloves for this, and I use some paintbrushes occasionally for that. I also have my encaustic section, and encaustic uses a whole different set of tools. Some of my tools here, I have a heat tool, and it's kind of like a soldering iron. I actually have soldering irons, but they get too hot, and this is a temperature controller. And then I have 2 hot plates, and I use these little tins to separate the colors, and this heats up. And I have a whole set of brushes that I use, a whole different variety of sizes. My probably favorite one is this teeny tiny one. I use it a lot. I don't use the big one very much anymore. And then you use encaustic medium, which is your paint. And it comes like this. This is Mars Black, but and you also have beeswax. And here's my other heating tool. I have a temperature gauge, and you don't want it to get above 200 degrees, so you want it to be just slightly under that, 180 or so. And I have, this is my wax medium. This is just beeswax and a resin that you mix into it to harden it. And I'm working right now on a few different variety of things. I'm working on some abstracts in response to COVID virus. And I also have been working on some portraits of family. And this is my brother when he was younger. And this is me when I was younger. Here is a collection of encaustic paints that I have used. Looks like I'm ready to replenish some of them. And then I set up my piece that I'm working on easel, and I use a heat gun. And the heat gun in one hand and a paintbrush on the other hand, and I work as I heat it. I use the heat gun to heat up the wax as I apply it. My suffrage series that I'm working on, and these are a couple ones that I'm not quite finished with. I started a series of other inspiring women, and I did one of Kim Gordon, who's from Sonic Youth, bass player. And then I have all my abstract stuff that I'm working on, which is mostly cold wax. And they are over here. I'm doing a series of horizons. And so they're really long and skinny pieces. I think this is 30 by 5. And this one's probably like 30, this one might be 30 by 6, and this one's 30 by 5. And then I have a bunch of small ones that I'm working on. I have staging areas. This is where the work that's done, and maybe it's on its way out, or maybe it's getting ready. Here's some frames that I haven't used. Here's a performance piece that I was working on until I had my show canceled at the Arvada Center. And I have the equipment to take photographs over here. And this was the remnants of a piece that I had at 40 West called Love Letters that I had hanging up there. I was photographing, but now I'm taking it apart.